Hello, welcome to the channel. This is the Baron. Today we have Flesh and Blood Super Slam case number 9. Oh yes, it's like the old days, getting way too many cases. The prices went way down. They're easy to find and they are fun. And I just realized I do not have, that's a nice damaged box on top. I do not have a garbage can handy for all these packs. We would use the shipping box. All right. Put these in here. I'll open this one first. This one's damaged the most, so it's got the best stuff in it. Let's get into this. Now at this point, all I need is foils, and that's about it. Foils and goodies. I think we've got everything for the set. So we'll start off with a piece of gear for our Majestic. And let's see, we're sort of all jammed up here in the way that we're sitting. So let's get us some good spaces. All right, let's get into here and we will get a foil. And we're getting rares. So I just need to pull out super rares, foils, and M's. And we didn't get a hit in front, so this time we got a common foil, and we got our first super rare, and then a rare. Oh, we got a cold foil Majestic. That's the first time we pulled one of those. And of course, I don't have my sleeves super handy. So that's interesting. Too bad it's a brute. I do collect the Guardians more than anything, but it's nice to get a cold foil M for sure. And we got just a common foil and that. And getting it early is a good sign. Still may have something else in the box. And we have a common foil, and there is our first M, which is the same. So there we go. This is a brute box. And we got our common foil and a super rare. Got a rare foil and rares. We got another slot hit on the M, and then we got a super rare foil. Nice. Should I put those? Let's put those in the super rares so it's easier to find later. And then rares. Since those are, that's a possibility. I need that since you only get a couple of box. All right, got a common foil into a super rare. Now this box is pretty well mixed up. Let's get the last few packs on the first half of it. So we got a common foil. Nope. Yeah, common foil, there we go, and rares. And we have a rare foil into a Majestic from the set. This finishes up the first half, and we have a common foil into more rares. So, a little mixed up. Don't know if that was exactly half or not because of the box. There is a token that goes with the actual take the bait, so we'll just set it right there. And then we've got a common foil into another super rare that we have pulled a foil version of. A majestic foil. Ooh, I've gotten a few of those, so that's sort of sad. I would like to see things we don't have. Sort of fill out some of those play sets. We've got a common foil into rares. We've got another hit in the slot, front slot, and then we got a rare foil. That's always fun, followed by a super rare. My stacks are a little too close, not stacking. Alright. We got a common into another majestic, so pretty good. We're up to 4 regular majestics and 4 slot majestics. And then we have another common foil into rares. We have a super rare foil into a super, nope, into a rare. Cool. All right. That totally could be one that we need, since I don't have those play sets done yet. Common foil into a super rare. And we have a common foil into a super rare. And we've only got a few packs left. Let's go ahead and put a Colt in the box before we knock it over. Get to our last few packs here. See if we can pull something out at the end. All right, we did get another slot hit. And we got a common foil. And we got a common foil into a super rare. Into rares. Here's our lucky last pack. Is that going to be it? Just one? Yep, that's it. Just one cold foil majestic, common foil into a super rare to finish out our first box. We'll get this out of the way. So not too shabby. We got 3 regular M's and then 1 foil, plus our majestic cold foil. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 super rares, with 2 of them being foil. That's a little lower than normal on the super rare hits. And then our slot majestics was 4. So that's a little low on that compared to other cases. So we got a total of 8 M's. And then we got our regular foils. I think I'll be able to leave that stuff there without being too much in the way, depending on what I do with this box. I noticed this did get pushed around quite a bit. Start off with revolve. Alright, got a common foil into a super rare. Big thing is where to put my bolt so it's not in the way. And then we got a super rare foil into a majestic. Nice. Put that majestic right there, I guess. You can all see that. Rare foil into rares. Really looking for some marvels. That's the whole reason we're opening this up. I have foil into a super rare. try and get us some Marvel Heroes. And we got a cold foil common on this one. So that's not what we want to see, even though these are pretty cool. And I will throw them. This is a Guardian Equipment. Right offhand, I don't think I have that one. So that could be good. Then we got a rare foil into a super rare. But the cold foil EA Majestics definitely look better. I could definitely use them for the Guardians. All right, we got our first slot hit. We'll put that, we can see that right there. We'll put that there, we'll put this there. We'll scooch this over a little bit. That way we can keep an eye on our M's a little better. And then we got our common foil into rares. We got our common foil into a super rare. We got our common foil into rares. Rare foil into a majestic. Wow, we got a play set of those out of 2 boxes. We have common foil into a super rare. We got a slot hit for the warrior. And then we got a common foil into rares. And this is our last pack of the first half here. And we have a common foil into a super rare. Still looking for our first big hit of the case. We got a rare foil into a rare. Yeah. It's like, is that rare or super rare? We got an arm in the slot. And we got a common foil into rares. We got another slot majestic. And a common foil into a super rare. We have a common foil into rares. We have a common foil into rares. This is a sort of a boring box. This spice it up, give us a big hit. We got nothing going on. A super rare foil into a majestic. That's a little better. Gets us going in the right direction. We got another slot hit. All right, now we're getting up to our 8 M's, and then we got a common foil into a super rare. Common foil into double rares. Common foil into a super rare. Rare foil into rares. And here's our lucky last pack of box number 2. Seems to be a sort of boring box. Got another bait token. We'll set that aside. We'll throw it in the super rares for now. And we got a common foil into a super rare into a rare. All right. Oh, well, it looks like this is the lucky last pack. I thought I grabbed the last pack. All right, so we still got a shot at an M or something better now. And nothing on the front. And common foil into a super rare. So still Still didn't redeem the box. Still no L's, no marbles. Just going with 2 cold foils. All right, there's our standard stuff there. We did get 1, 2, 3. Oh, don't count that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 super rares this time with 2 of them. That one's pretty cool. Oh, no, that's a rare. So let's move that over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 with 2 of them being foil. So a little bit better on the super rares. But we only got 3 of these with no foil this time out of that box. Double up on a couple of them. And then we got 5 here. So we still got 8 out of that box. All right, let's hoping for some spice here. So far, we're way down on the box. Or case, I should say. And let's move this so that I can put my box there because it felt odd not being there. All right, this is not mixed up quite as bad as the other ones, so we will just start. And we've got a rare foil into a super rare. Oh, we got a Guardian Instant. What happens next cold foil? So we noticed that we're definitely getting cold foils here on within the next, first few packs on the left side. This is cool. I mean, there's several others I would rather have, but hey, at least it's a Guardian EA cold foil. Something that may be played up by one of my heroes, a common foil into a super rare. So that is always fun. Common foil. Let's see if we can get into some legendaries and marvels. Let's see the case do something. Hey, we got our first slot in, and it is the Gravy Bones guy. We got a super rare foil. That is nice. Into a super rare. Because that's what we want to do, is grab some stuff for the collection at this point. We got a common foil. And we got a rare foil into a majestic. So there is our first regular majestic. Is that still on? Yes. It's our first regular majestic of the box. We got a common foil into rares. Common foil into rares. I need some rare foils at least. A super rare foil into a super rare, so that's good. Even though they made an EA of that one, that may look better. We got a second slot majestic. Common foil into a super rare. Common into a majestic, so that is now 4 of those. I mean, we're getting 1 a box. These boxes are not the greatest. They're not super spicy, no big hits yet. We'll put that there this time, just to keep track of it. Common foil, rares, and not accidentally counted as a super rare this time. We got a snag. Hey, that's the first really good reprint majestic that we've gotten. Those are pretty rough to get, so they still have some decent value. We got a common foil into our rares. A common foil into a super rare. There we go, light up. Pretty good for doing some arcane damage. Common foil. Doing a little different things on the Majestics on this box. Common foil into a super rare. Still worried about no marvels or legendaries so far. No big hits out of the case. Super rare foil. Awesome. That's definitely something to add to the collection. Common foil into a super rare. Common foil into a rare. There is an assassin card, so that's got us up to 5 of the slots there. And then we are a common foil into a majestic. That's a good one for generic. Wins games. There is a foil slot card in the M. Common foil. So we're doing a little good on the M's. This one's a little stronger on M's, but I'd still like to see legendaries and marvels, something big for the case. It's odd not to have it hit by now. Common foil and a super rare. We're literally going to leave it to the last box. Common foil into a super rare because we are at the last pack of box number 3. And nothing. Into super rare foil, nice. And then rares. So we are having a not so great case. Alright, there's our commons, rares, and stuff like that. We did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 super rares this time, with 4 of those being foil. I think I just messed up and put my regular foils on top of the super rare stack. I know that bait's not super rare, but put those foils over there. We got our 3 set M's, and then we got 2, 4, 6 of the slot M's with 1 foil. So real light on the foils too, and we got a half popped open plastic box. So this is lucky last box, hopefully. We need a nice big hit or even a couple. I'm going to take the 2 off the top because they slid around. We don't know which one's the actual one on this side. So we got common foil and super rare. And super rare foil, awesome. We got our first slot M. And a common foil into a regular M, double M pack, right? That was the same pack. Common foil into rares. No, no super rare. There we go. One of the few rare foils. We're not hitting that many rare foils, it feels like, either. We're destroying this pack. Common foil into rares. Common foil into a super rare. Common foil into a super rare. And we're like halfway through stack number 1. We did not hit our cold foil, so it has moved. Let's see what it might be this time. We did get a ninja card. We got a super rare foil. We got another super rare foil. Nice. We got a common foil into a super rare. Common foil into a majestic. And this is the last pack of stack 1. First half of the box is gone. We are getting a slot majestic out of it. And then we're getting a common foil and rares. Common foil and a super rare. A common foil and a super rare. We got a slot majestic and a common foil. We got a rare foil. We got a common foil and a majestic. Yeah, that one's pretty good, I think. So doing all right there, but no marbles, no legendaries out of the entire case. We definitely need some of those to pop up here at the end with only a few packs left to go. This is a very unexciting case. Oh, that is a good one. I did not have that in rainbow foil, so we got rainbow foil and majestic. We got another slot card, so we did great on the M's if we can just pull out something. Common foil. Hoping for a Marvel in the last few packs. I have not got a Marvel hero out of this product, with this being case number 9. Common foil into a super rare. And we haven't pulled anything out of the case, which is really odd. And we got a foil slot majestic. Common foil. And we are on lucky last pack for what looks like to be a devastating, all right, we got something in our cold foil. Still, overall, a devastating box, I think. I mean, normally you get a couple of the legendaries with their being paper and stuff, and I know I didn't miss any. This is a cool one because I actually want these. I think these are in the $40 range. So I did get good cold foils, but just not hitting anything else is crazy. A rainbow foil rare to end it off, and that is it for the case. So case number 9 is definitely overall the weakest case that I've seen. Still on the hunt for marbles that aren't happening. Definitely could have done better just by buying a Marvel Hero that they're going down so much. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 super rares, with 3 of them being foil. Did really well here with 4 Majestics, with 1 of them being foil, and 1 I actually like. Even though I may go after cold foils, I think they have those. Not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the slot, with 1 of those being foil. This is it for the entire case. These are the big hits. That was sort of crazy. Hopefully we'll make it up in our very last case. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and all that fun YouTube stuff, and I will see you next time.